I try to laugh as much as possible, and I try to spread that same energy.
He's so goofy. He's like goofy with everything.
Like, you don't take nothing serious,
Yeah,
right?
we'll be kissing and he'll just like do something weird with his lips. Like, that's how silly he is. Yeah, he's probably the more quirky one. Like this. My name is Casey. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm 27 years old. You would be seeing a 6-foot black woman with a pixie cut, a pink dress that fits my body so perfectly with a train on the side.
My name is Idris. I see myself as a straight man. I'm in my 30s. 6'8", black male. What might this be, like a lavender or a...
It could be a light mauve.
Light mauve? I've been compared to the likes of Snoop Dogg and Nipsey Hussle.
How did you all meet? What attracted you to each other?
I like to use like dating apps just to be able to like screen men and also like allow me to be able to let them know that I am a trans woman. Whenever I was speaking with him, I was like, oh, like he's too good to be true. So let me go ahead and just drop this bomb on him and see how he takes it. He just took it so well. He was just very like comforting and compassionate, and I immediately gave him my number and then we just started texting. And I still took a while to meet him because I'm just so scary.
Yeah, a couple of months, why?
Like 3 months. But like he would call me, he would FaceTime me, he would text me.
She put her boundaries up and I had to respect them. Finally, when I got into her presence, and after that, I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere.
We were just kind of just coasting and getting to know one another and just spending quality time. He didn't even ask me to be his girlfriend. I just heard him on the phone and he said girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, that was
I'm your
a pivotal
girlfriend
moment.
now?
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that was a pivotal moment where she was like, oh, did I hear you right? And I'm like, yeah.
What is something that you absolutely love about each other?
What do I love about him?
What do you love about me, maybe?
I love that he is just so like strong-willed and like powerful to me. And I know like myself, like I'm powerful, but for some reason, I feel like his power just magnifies mine. Like he's just very supportive, very caring, very nurturing. And I haven't had a lot of that in the past. So yeah, it just feels good. It feels right. And I don't want to fight it.
What I love about Casey is she's herself and she's always going to be, part of my language, that bitch. She is the baddest in my eyes. The way she walks, everything she does, the way she embodies her true self and the way she empowers everyone around her. And she is very powerful. If she had a superpower, it would be love, because God is love. And that's probably the best superpower you can possibly have to change the world, right? She's my goddess.
I am in the ballroom scene, and it is global, international, everywhere. I am the princess of New York City.
Princess.
For ballroom. I walk runway. A lot of people have seen like some of my creations that I've made on the floor. A lot of them are excited when I come out just because of how innovative like the things that I create are. And then also my walk is sickening.
Sickening, ain't it? That's an understatement. She walks circles around some of them people. Literally. I give her all the props in the world just for even stepping into that room, stepping onto that stage and being able to perform like she does in front of these people. They literally classically throw shade at each other and they do it very well. But to see that is like, it's like a work of art. The way they're moving and voguing and dancing and the music, the person on the MC, all the judges, like the whole panel, it's a very big production. I was mind blown from the first time I seen it in person. It's like the backbone of a lot of what goes on in the community. The way that they treat each other like family. They call each other moms and dads and sons and daughters. She has how many daughters you have? So I feel like that alone is like a very good structured foundation for love. And she's taught me so much about it. And I feel like one day she's gonna be like the icon that walks into the room and everybody's just like, Casey, and that's where she's heading. And because in that world, she's a star. She's such a loving person. She has such a big heart. And one of the things that kind of like drew me to her was how other people react to her, and like everybody loves her. She can expel so much of her energy and give her energy to so many people and still have so much more to give and still have enough in her body to still be able to perform like she wants to. And, you know, you'd be sane, because it's hard to keep your sanity when everybody wants something from you, you know.
Do you have nicknames for each other, pet names? And if you do, how did they come about?
Baby Booski is one of them, and I started it.
She definitely started it. She started it and I ran with it.
I just remember saying, you feel like my baby Booski now. And then he said, oh, I'm your baby Booski. Like he started, like you could tell he was feeling himself.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And then ever since then, he took it and he just, he says it all the time.
She my Booski.
He's like,
now.
baby Booski. Yeah, it's that's our term of endearment.
If your partner was an animal, what would they be and why?
Wow.
I know, I probably would be some kind of cat.
You got to be somebody fierce, like a tiger.
Some kind of cat.
I like the lynxes with, you know, they got like a sexy aura to them. Like she's like a bad cat mixed with a flamingo that can fly. I don't know.
The fact I'm wearing pink right now makes it even worse.
Throw a little peacock in there, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Can you describe what it felt like falling in love with each other and when you realized that you had fallen in love?
I was the first one to say, I love you. And I remember it so vividly because I was on my way to dance practice. We were in the bathroom and I had said, I love you. And he just kind of like looked at me for a while. His eyes like softened and I was just like, it's okay, you don't have to say it back. You know,
yeah,
I just wanted you to know how I felt.
I was thinking, I didn't quite know what was going on.
He was in his head about it. And he was just like, well, I love you too. I was still looking at you right in your eyes like, yes, I love you.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love you too.
How do you complement one another's strengths and weaknesses?
Even if we do have like a debacle or some type of debate, argument, we might raise our tempers. I make sure to tell myself, listen, humble yourself, take a deep breath, go back in there, tell her that you love her and that she's beautiful, that everything's okay. Give her a hug, give her a kiss. I'm not gonna leave out this house with negativity on my mind. I don't wanna leave you feeling like that. So every time I try my best to leave on a good note. I feel like it creates a healthy relationship for us because that negativity, you don't never know how that will linger. And some people don't even get to see their loved ones because they might, anything that can happen.
If, I'm not feeling like cleaning the dishes today, like he'll clean the dishes or he'll order out food or something like that. So just little things like that when, I know he's not feeling his best. And same when I'm not feeling my best.
What was it that allowed you to feel safe with each other?
She has a very mothering spirit, and it helps you to take your guard down. She cooks so well, like that to my stomach. Like, yo, you already know you want to find your way to a man's heart, reach the stomach.
I would say for me, I have like trauma from dating and previous relationships that I was in, so I had my guard up for a while. But I would say over time, it just started, the wall started coming down and it just got to a point where I couldn't fight it anymore. And I was just like, yeah, this guy has to be mine. Probably seeing like my softer side whenever I'm with him. I'm just like, I just kind of want to be in his skin. Typically I host parties, but I haven't been doing that. Mm-hmm. I just rather be home, like laid up, cuddled up. So yeah.
What does growing old look like for both of you?
Sitting in our rocking chairs when we're 90 years old and loving life. And it's going to be easy because every time I wake up beside her, she gets younger. So when she's 90, she's going to be looking bad. She's going to be so bad, So I look forward to that.
And I'm chilling in my rocking chair. I just want to be just like, I don't know, you know how you just see those like older ladies and just like full of life and love. I want that. I feel like we'll be in a place with the content that we're producing that it will just become the norm for us, at least to exist in this world, but also give representation that there is true love in being yourself, and whether that if you're a trans man, trans masculine, trans feminine, trans woman, like there is hope and there are examples, and we just want to make sure like people know that we're one of them.
Fast forward 5 years, Idris, what would you say to Casey?
5 years from now, I would have to tell Casey to don't worry about all of that outside noise. I want her to continue what she's doing because she's such a beautiful person. Like, I know where you're going. I know the trajectory. I've seen it. And I respect it, I love it, and I support you 100%. Just know, we are still gonna be here and nobody's ever gonna change what we have.
I would say in 5 years to you, I will let you know that you are still powerful, you are still strong, you're still handsome, and you're still the love of my life.
Love of your life.
I ate that.
5 years ago?
You're still.
How do you think the media portrays trans people being loved or in relationship?
The relationships or any information that I might see about a trans person, it's always involving like some type of violence, some type of negativity, trauma. And this is why a lot of people just have so much bad things to say, so many bad things to say about the trans person or the community in general, is because what they're hearing as a narrative, and it's demeaning, and it's not accurate. We do everything that everybody else does. We eat, we shower, we sleep together, we're a regular couple. And it's the normalcy that needs to be pushed to the forefront. What do you think, baby?
I would like to see a lot more trans representation of people who are in love, people who are happy, people who are existing, and people who are just being themselves. And I feel like that is not what the media want to push. They should be able to see an example or a representation of just trans women being loved on and not fetishized. A lot of men are also afraid to come out and step up and say that they are in love with a trans woman just because of the society and their peers. There needs to be a change for certain. When he says that, he feels like he is a straight male, from my experience dating anyone else that I know that are trans attracted, that whenever they see their partner, they typically see their partner as the identity that they say they are and that they represent. I often attract straight men. I feel like that narrative gets a little crossed.
Yeah, definitely. I identify as a cisgendered straight male, and I see a woman. That's all I see is a woman, and a very beautiful woman, a very thoughtful woman, and a trans woman.
We kind of have to step outside of the box. We don't have to allow it to shape our relationship because it's ours and we make the rules. So I am aware of what's happening around, but I also want to make sure what we have is, true and genuine, and we're just, making sure each other are happy.
Yeah, it's like a safe haven. Like in a room full of people, we can always just be in our little bubble and nothing else matters. Like no matter where we're at, Subway, we're in a party, we know we can just be right here and have this contact, and nobody else is gonna get in our bubble. Nobody else even matters,